So, the weirdest thing happened at work tonight. What appeared to be a couple came in to eat. And, that's normal. I didn't have to play waitress tonight. I was cashier. So, Emmy took care of them for me. But, me and Emmy talked when she wasn't at her table or whatever. And, I went on break during this time, so I was outside a good majority of the time. They ate, they came up, they paid, I asked how everything was, everything's fine. The girl compliments me on my contacts, and, I tell her thank you and all of that. Okay. Like 10-15 minutes after they leave, the phone rings, I answer, and, it's a girl's voice, and she asks for Natalie, and I'm hesitant, and I'm like, okay, this is, and she says, well, this is, insert her name here, and the first thought in my head is, I don't know anybody by this name, like, I don't have any friends, like, any past enemies, who the fuck are you? And she's like, I just ate there. And I'm like, okay, but I'm kind of freaked out by this because I'm like, how does she know my name? Like, I didn't wait on her. I was behind the counter. I was outside. So I'm like already immediately freaked out. And then she goes, well, are you on a dating site? And then I'm like, oh God. Yes. Well, then she tells me that the guy that she came and ate with, she actually was meeting for the first time there. So I'm like, okay. And then goes, I don't want you to ever talk to him again. And I'm like, okay. I've never met anybody off there, but okay. She, goes on. I'm trying not to blast people. Like, I don't want to go word for word on this. It's just, the whole thing was so bizarre to me. But just basically tells me that he isn't who she thought he was, in that he actually was talking shit about me, saying that I don't look anything like my pictures, and that he was talking to me on the website, and all these other things. And in my head, I'm like, okay, whatever. I've never met anybody off of the site. I actually, when I made the profile, I was very, very bored. And I don't meet people off the internet because I have this slight little fear of getting locked in basements and serial killers and creepers, stalkers, and every other horrible thing that could happen. I know it's kind of ridiculous to look at it that way, but I mean, I do. So anyways, I'm just kind of like, whatever. And she's just like, I just want to warn you, don't talk to him, he's an asshole. But, just basically kind of giving me a heads up. So I'm like, okay, thanks, that's really cool. And she was like, yeah, he was saying how you don't look anything like your pictures, and, like, talking all this shit. And she's like, which I can understand, because I think you're very beautiful, and all this other crazy shit. And I'm just like, okay, thank you. So anyways, she kind of talked for a little bit longer, and then I was like, alright, well, thanks, bye, hang up the phone. And then I go and I tell Emmy, and I'm like, this is like the weirdest thing. Like, I don't understand it. Well, I jumped on my Facebook real quick, and shortly after leaving the restaurant, he sent me a message. And basically told me that he's very interested in actually getting to know me. And I didn't want to tell him about this phone call because I'm not trying to start any shit. Like, what people do is their business, and I don't want to be in the middle of it. I don't have any drama. I don't need any drama. I'm in a happy place. So, I just kind of was looking at what he has to say. He's asking me questions about work and, like, the customers that come in, and shows that I would like to watch, and just having normal conversation. And I'm like, I don't, I'm like talking to Emmy, I'm like, where do I go with this? Because, either he is a fucking prick or she's a psycho bitch. So, I mean, honestly, like, what is your opinion on this? Because I have no clue where to go with this. Like, I have nothing. Nothing at all. I don't know what to think about it. I mean, to be completely honest, like I said, it's not like I'm actually looking for any kind of love or anything off the internet. To me, I honestly, I don't have the time for it. Um, but I still, like, I can't get over how freaked out I was over that phone call to, like, know just these little tidbits of information and not know me at all and feel the need to do this. But then I have this guy messaging me and telling me that he is very interested. I think it's kind of obvious who to believe here, but what would you do? What would you believe? Because how can somebody want to go out of their way to make a complete stranger feel uncomfortable or try to make me feel bad about myself? I have no problem with me. I have no problem with what I do. I do everything for myself, and I'm very happy with myself. So it's like, if this is one person's opinion, I really don't care. It's like, I'm not going to feel bad about myself. I've worked very hard to be where I'm at as a person, as an individual, and I can't see somebody trying to say anything bad or trying to make me feel self-conscious for 2 seconds is going to get anybody anywhere. I've always been a firm believer in the fact that if somebody is talking about you, whether it's positive or negative, they're talking about you. They feel the need to occupy a portion of their life with thoughts on you.